Hi there, my name is Trasa and I'm an assistant psychologist in the Children's Disability Service Waterford. In this clip, I will be explaining why anxiety is so common in people with additional needs or ASD. People with ASD often find the world very overwhelming and confusing, which can lead to feelings of anxiety. Your child might be sensitive to certain sounds, tastes, smells, or textures. They might struggle with feelings of anxiety due to a change in routine or having unstructured time when they're just not sure what to do with themselves. If you have a teenager with ASD, you might notice them struggle to cope with all the changes that come with growing up, as well as feeling that they are different from the others around them. A person with ASD or additional needs might have difficulty with social communication, which might lead to worry around social situations. Often people with ASD struggle with rigid or obsessive thinking and behaviours. Anxiety is separate to an ASD diagnosis when the worries are irrational, persistent and ongoing and affect their daily functioning. With ASD, it's important to differentiate between what your child can do and what they are afraid to do. For example, if your child was always able to walk home from school by themselves but are now saying that they can't, it might be that they have become anxious about walking home. Sometimes it can be difficult to understand why your child with additional needs is anxious or has a meltdown. Often it's because your child is becoming increasingly anxious as they try to cope with different smaller stressors. We like to think of it as like a stress cake, with layers of smaller stressors building up to a big slice of anxiety. For example, your noise-sensitive child might be sitting in a noisy classroom. There might be a substitute teacher, a change that makes them uncomfortable. They might hear lawnmowers in the distance and the chatter of the children in the class. They are then chosen to read aloud to the class, and as they begin to read, they become completely overwhelmed, trying to cope with all these different stressors, and as a result, have a meltdown. Although just one of these stressors alone might not have been enough to cause a meltdown, as they build up, your child can struggle to regulate their anxiety, which can result in a behavioural outburst or meltdown. Now that you understand a bit more about anxiety and ASD, you might want to learn how to identify when your child with ASD is feeling anxious. Please feel free to take a look at our other videos on this topic. Thank you.